Breaking news came out today that Manny Pacquiao is set to fight Terence Crawford on June 5th in Abu Dhabi. Even though the fight is not yet official, it's on the final stages of negotiations, which goes hand to hand with Mikey Garcia claiming that he's not stuck on a Manny Pacquiao fight. Now, mind you, Mikey Garcia was the leading candidate to fight Manny Pacquiao next, which leads me to believe there's a strong possibility of Crawford versus Manny Pacquiao fight coming to fruition, as Top Rank confirmed to ESPN on Tuesday that Manny Pacquiao is in discussions to make his long-anticipated return against pound-for-pound #1 Terence "Bud" Crawford. The Top Rank source revealed, which I quote, "Discussions have taken place for a very long time, and while the fight is not yet close to being finalized, if it does take place, Abu Dhabi is the targeted location and June 5th is the targeted date." End of the quote. Now, before we dive into the real business at hand, I do want to talk about and touch on the coincidence of this fight taking place on the same date as Teofimo Lopez versus Kambosos on Triller. That's right. Out of all of the dates, this is the date that ESPN and Top Rank picked for Crawford to face Manny Pacquiao in Abu Dhabi, if the fight does come to fruition, which only could mean one thing. Bob Arum, he's on and about to teach Teo and Triller a lesson of ethic when it comes to condoning business. In a way, this is Bob putting his foot down to let Teo and especially Triller know that they are not to be messed with, since Triller stands to lose a lot of money for having Teo as the main event on a pay-per-view card against Kambosos that many people believe is not pay-per-view worthy. However, what is actually pay-per-view worthy is the event between Crawford and Pacquiao, which also happened to be a pay-per-view fight that Triller will go up against on that date, which is a strong message from whoever is in charge. Therefore, Teo can kiss the projection of selling 2 million pay-per-views on Triller goodbye. Furthermore, back to the business at hand. If this fight does come to fruition, then that only could mean one thing. Top Rank will definitely extend their contract with Terence Crawford, and Terence won't have a choice if he wants this Manny Pacquiao fight, which I truly believe he will gladly do so, because Errol Spence will officially become the B-side if Crawford fights Manny Pacquiao and obviously win. Now, this is a huge power play by Terence Crawford, because while Errol Spence keeps telling Terence Crawford, "I'm the A side, you better take a 70-30 split or 60-40. If not, I'm going to push it to 80-20. Now Crawford can really flex on Errol Spence if he's able to secure this fight. Because I'm telling you guys right now, Crawford will tell Errol Spence exactly what Errol told Danny Garcia, Porter, and Keith Thurman. Tables have turned, and tables will turn if Crawford fights Manny Pacquiao and win. I have told you guys in the past, the only way Errol Spence will be able to leverage the split he wants if he himself could secure a Manny Pacquiao fight on top of a Thurman fight. That will have definitely made Errol Spence a super megastar, in which he could have demanded whatever he wanted from Crawford. However, unfortunately for Errol Spence, Keith Thurman lost to Pacquiao, and apparently Pacquiao is now more interested in fighting Crawford than Errol Spence, which is exactly what you call checkmate. The reason why this is such a power play is not just the fact that Crawford is officially going to be the A-side. More importantly for ESPN and Top Rank, They realized Crawford's worth and the value that Crawford brings to the table, regardless of what Bob Arum said in the past. See, ESPN and Top Rank came to a realization that they are definitely going to lose out on the fight of the decade between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, since Terence Crawford's contract with Top Rank is about to be up this October. And because ESPN and Top Rank couldn't secure any mega fights for Crawford yet and mistreated him in the process, it's a no-brainer. Crawford is heading elsewhere. Now, how do you solve that issue if you are Top Rank? The answer is Manny Pacquiao. I'm pretty sure they came to the conclusion of, if we deliver Pacquiao to Crawford, it's like hitting 3 birds with 1 stone. Crawford becomes the A side. He also re-signs with Top Rank, which means PBC will be forced to collaborate with ESPN to make the fight of the decade. And by doing so, Al Haymon is not going to have the luxury to have the fight of the decade in-house. With that being stated, the only thing that's left to do is to pay Manny Pacquiao a pretty penny, upwards of $40 million. Last but not least, hopefully Crawford is not going to make the same mistake Keith Thurman made when he fought Manny Pacquiao, which is not force VADA testing. What's understood don't have to be explained. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, subscribe below, and click on the notification bell to get notified every time I post or go live on Split Decision, and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Until then, here's what Bob Arum had to say about Crawford's next fight on Barbershop Conversation.
So are all economic engines geared up for a Errol Spence Terence Crawford bout? And if not, when is Bud Crawford fighting next?
There's going to be an announcement within the week on Bud Crawford's next fight. I can't reveal it now, but it will be a major fight.
Okay.
And,
will we be able to pronounce his opponent's name?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this week we should anticipate a Terence Crawford opponent
Announcement. And an announcement. A date and a place and everything. But I'm not at liberty to discuss it at this time.
Can you give us the date?
No, that's what this is a big deal. This is not just any old fight. This is a big deal.
Okay.
And it'll be announced next week, and all the details will be announced at that time.
Pay-per-view?
Yes.